Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not welcome back to Martial Arts Month. I forgot what it's called again. And today we're looking at Kickboxer 5 or Kickboxer 5 Redemption or Redemption Kickboxer 5 or as the title when you play the movie says, The Redemption. Okay. So apparently after the fourth one, they either couldn't get Sasha Mitchell back, or he didn't want to come back, or they didn't want to bring him back, because I hear maybe he was a bit of a handful on the side of the third one. So, and I know there was a fourth one, but I'm just saying, maybe he was too hard to work with, and they decided they wanted to do a fifth one, but not bring that character back. So we now have the character of Matt Reeves, who is the new kickboxer character in this. He's much like David. He's a former kickboxer who's now retired and running a school. Similar. And after one of his students is killed by this guy named Nagal, he sets out to get revenge. That's pretty much it. So we find out that this guy Nagal, he is recruiting. To be honest, I paid attention to the first half and I kind of zoned out. But once you get to the second half, it's pretty much fights, going here, going there, sort of thing. But try to do the best I can here. This is probably the worst one so far because it's just meh with this movie. They wanted to do a fifth one, so this is the script they had. So we found out this Nagal is recruiting people for his fighting organization. And you don't want to say no to him. Because if you say no to him, you'll cease to exist. And unfortunately, the latest person to say no to him is David Sloan. Yes, they killed off another Sloan off screen. He's mentioned that he's murdered. I didn't know how. They said it was a robbery, but nothing was taken. And then this guy, Charlie, says that this guy, Nagal, was the last one seen with him. So Matt puts two and two together, especially when his friend Charlie has to go see him. He tries to stop him, but he doesn't get there in time. And Johnny also dies. And he takes this U.S. championship away from him, too. He's trying to get all these champions and join his federation. And, it's interesting because as the movie goes on, people start to think about the reputation this has for if you say no, and they start joining anyway. They're so scared to not join. So they start joining so nothing bad happens. Along the way, though, Matt proves to be such a nuisance to Nagal that he hires this dude, Paul, lets him out of prison to try to hunt him down. But Paul doesn't want anything to do with this because Nagal is also responsible for Paul's father's death. So they're kind of on the same path, but not really, and they end up teaming up together along with Paul's sister that we see towards the later half of the film. And I did think when I saw her, I'm like, oh great, she's gonna get captured. But she doesn't. She ends up following them to this party thing that goes on, and at least the showdown. But look, like I said, Mark Dacascos is good, and the guy who plays Paul is good. Good martial arts stuff. But this movie was it was meh, to be honest. Let's see how long it was. How long was it? It was an hour and 26 minutes. It wasn't even 90 minutes. It wasn't even 90 minutes. But it felt longer. I don't know. Something about the last one, too. The last one was only 90 minutes, but it felt longer. It just felt like it went on for a while. I don't know why. Maybe the pacing's a bit off. I don't know. Nagala as a villain is not very intimidating. Because you've had Tong Po, and you've had the Tong Po as a villain is very intimidating. The guy from the third film was kind of okay. I don't remember who that was, to be honest. But which one was the third one again? Oh, the guy that was, yeah, he was meh too. But Lane, that's right, Lane. He was kind of meh too, but he was better than this guy. This guy's just stereotypical villain. I want to have a monopoly of all these fighters. Kind of boring, right? There's some decent fight scenes that I was paying attention to. Some decent fight scenes. Pay attention to, I should say. Martin Cascos is a great fighter. He's an Iron Chef. He's a great martial artist. He knows all that stuff. The other guy plays Paul, also pretty good. It's just, I don't know. I lost interest, and you need a movie to hold my interest, and it's just, I don't know. This movie just, it's meh. What else can I say? It's the least of them all. It's because you think about it. This is the only one where Sloan is not the main character. Because even the remakes have Kurt Sloan back, right? No, the remake and its sequel. So this one is just sort of there. It was made so that they could have a fifth film. Obviously, it didn't work because it didn't make any more until the remake. And honestly, by this point, I feel like this franchise had maxed out. To be honest, it just feels like. So, here's my take on the Kickboxer franchise as a whole. The first one was good. The second one was also good, and that's where it peaked. The third one was a little meh in the middle of the road, but it worked. Well, they wanted to keep this going, and they obviously couldn't find a script that worked, so they found some script and inserted stuff from Kickboxer into it, making it this Frankenstein of a movie. Now, I still haven't gotten that confirmed, but if you watch Kickboxer 4, something doesn't add up here, all right? Something doesn't add up. A lot of the stuff and backstory in that movie does not add up to the rest of the Kickboxer movies, right? And while that one didn't do as good, the company still wanted another one. But of course, Sasha Mitchell said no, or they were never to come to a deal, or something happened. So now we have this. And this felt like we got to make this and throw it out. The lowest common denominator type film where it's like, it's loosely connected because this guy, Matt Reeves, was a friend of David Sloan, even though he hadn't met him previously. You know what would have made sense? If it was that DEA guy from the last one, continuing it. If it was, what the hell was his name? Jorgen or something? Cargan? Tango? I think I'm getting close. Largo? Whatever. That DEA guy. If he was the next one, if he was the one taking over, think about it. If we connect it to the fourth one, if we're trying to connect all this together, my little thing in my head that I try to put forward, right? So let's say Kurt Sloan or David Sloan was killed off. Then this DEA guy, his former student, is now the one tested. That makes more sense than some guy we never met before, right? And you can say, well, maybe that guy can't carry a movie. He carried half of the fourth one, right? When David Sloan had to be off. When David had to be off screen so Tong Po couldn't find him, you had him going around doing all that stuff. Absolutely, this guy could have carried it, or even recast him with someone. I don't know, but he could have carried this movie. We could. We're already familiar with him from that movie. Why not? Why not? Right? But as it is, this movie is just meh. It's just meh. And I'm going to say it's not worth your time. I know this is not a long review, but honestly, I lost my attention span went out the window. because I couldn't get into it. It's just couldn't get into it. So I still got the remake and the sequel to the remake to do. Not tonight. I want to break for tonight. I want to break. But I will get to these, and then the American Ninja ones are next. Only 5 of those. So, but what are your thoughts on Kickboxer 5? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.